Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. I'm going to share with you two stories in this latest Moon Lambo hot jam, both specifically having to do with XRP. One noting that XRP is at a particularly high risk level, the other perspective from an analyst noting that it's actually possible. I know this might sound scary, but hold on. An analyst warning that there is an actual possibility that if things break down, XRP could hit a fairly low level. I think the level is 28 cents. I'll pull it up a little bit later in the video. But even so, the perspective from this analyst is that even if that happens, which is not a guarantee, it doesn't mean that everything's broken. And he's still seeing that there is a path, even right now, even with a lot of sideways trading action, even with XRP coming down recently in January of 2024, still sees a path for XRP to be hitting $5. And I know it always, like I say, it always seems impossible until one day you wake up and everything's just running. It just doesn't happen frequently, so it emotionally breaks people down, which is very normal. And he's not the only one that is warned for this. I've seen multiple analysts in recent days warning that there could be a breakdown, although for XRP. But to be fair, this warning's been coming in conjunction with a warning that Bitcoin could break down. So if Bitcoin breaks down, okay, it's on the table. XRP and everything else is going to crater to some degree. But I can't find an analyst that says if it does break down, then it stays there or gets even worse, and we just go back down to like $12,000 like people were saying a year ago. So I'm just saying, even if this stuff happens, it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Even in bull markets, we see massive pullbacks of over 20%, over 30%. Historically, this absolutely has happened many, many, many times. So I think on the whole, even if we're going to see some scary stuff like that, which we should expect, that's normal. On the whole, I think 2024 is going to be completely fantastic. Okay, fine, not completely, because I just said there would be pullbacks, but it's going to be a blasty blast. Like, I'll have fun the whole time. I don't get scared by the downward stuff. I still have fun. And you should too. There's no reason to be afraid over this stuff. You should expect the pullbacks. The data tells you you should expect it. So then when it happens, why would you be afraid when the data says you should expect it? Anyway, before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. All right, so let's start with this, and then we'll get into we're going to end the video on a really positive note, but let's get into some of the stuff that might on the surface sound a little bit more scary. Here's the headline from the Daily Huddle. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP sitting at high-risk profit levels, warns crypto analytics firm Santiment. Crypto analytics firm Santiment says that 3 of the largest crypto networks by market cap now have more than 80% of their existing supplies in profit. The total supply in profit metric measures what percentage of coins are currently in profit compared to the last time they moved, and sometimes correlates with price trends. According to Santiment, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP have 83%, 84%, and 81% of their supplies in profit, respectively, of course, surpassing their average that range between 55% and 75%, and placing these coins in high-risk profit territory. So just to be clear what they're getting at, I'll read you the exact quote from them in just a second. What they're getting at here is as more coins become in profit as price goes up, because, certain people bought at price levels that are even higher than this, so if the price goes up, then there will be even greater percentage of coins that are in profit, right? That's all this means. And what they're warning here is that as that happens, you enter a risk level because people, once that many coins are in profit, a lot of people are going to want to sell to realize the actual profit. That's the point that they're making here, and they're saying it's pretty high, not just for XRP, but for Bitcoin and ETH. And this happens. And so here's the quote. Bitcoin, 83%, Ethereum, 84%, and XRP Ledger, 81%, have their respective supplies in historically high-risk profit levels, compared to their averages that hover in the 55 to 75% range, dating back to 2018. And so this is all par for the course. So again, might on the surface alarm some people, but then when you look into it and think about it, honestly, this is pretty damn normal. Price go up, people take profit. If we're in a bull market, price can still trend up despite pullbacks. So even if it happens, okay. Piece continues. Santiment says cryptocurrency prices can still go up because of positive developments in the industry, including the approval of a spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund in the US, which of course happened, But the firm says a lower percentage of the supplies in profit would be a bullish indicator for the crypto assets. And here's a quote. Crypto can absolutely still climb due to more exposure from ETFs and other positive news, but ideally, a great signal to watch that would imply continued long-term growth would be a breach below 75% of their supplies in profit once again, end quote. So let me translate that for you. If we're talking about a lower percentage of coins in profit, what do you think that means? So people sell, drives price down. Yeah, you can figure this one out, right? And so in terms of what this can mean for XRP, I'll just know if the price does go down, it'll in my for fun guess. I'm not an analyst. This is just a for fun guess. If XRP breaks down in a notable fashion, it's going to be because Bitcoin tanked first. Yesterday, I shared this post with you from chart analyst Ali Martinez, noting the following about XRP and warning it's a possibility that XRP could come down. He says XRP is currently grappling to maintain its footing at the crucial 55-cent support level. Should this support fail to hold, be prepared for a possible sell-off scenario that could see XRP descending towards 34 cents. And so that might sound scary. That would alarm a lot of people. But again, if that's happening to XRP, my for fun guess is that the market's probably going to be pretty bloody on that day where that happens. That would be my guess. And just to be clear, he's not the only analyst that has been warning of this. There's an article here from the Crypto Basic, XRP path to $5. Analyst shares next resistance levels to watch. And this article is sharing perspective from Greg Crypto, which I want to share with you here. And so he acknowledges, yeah, you could see a level as low as 28 cents, but there's still a path forward for $5. And it's funny, saying stuff like this when XRP has been trending downwards or just moving sideways, anytime I talk about this type of stuff and that's the state of things, there's going to be a certain percentage of people that are super grumpy about it. Like, well, let's just see it past 60 cents first. Those types of comments, I'm like, well, no, let's just talk about the potential for the future. Just, But, and then, of course, when things start to move to the upside, then they just can't get enough of it, of course. But it's either it's true or it's not. And I want to hear the perspective from analysts. They're putting their necks on the line. These are their reputations. They're sharing their perspectives, and I appreciate it. Well, let's listen to them before it starts happening, okay? Let's have them on record so they can get credit if they're right. And so here's what Greg Crypto had to say about this. XRP blue channel versus red channel unveiled. And for those of you that can look at your screen, it's worth it, but I'll do my best to describe, and he kind of breaks it down as we go through this anyway, but it doesn't hurt if you're not driving or something like that if you want to look at your screen. But anyway, he reads as follows. To decipher the intricate details within the chart below, let's break it down into three crucial sections. Number one, blue channel in comparison to red channel. And for those of you not looking, I'll just note that there's an upward channel on a chart, and the top half is colored in blue, the bottom half is colored in red, and so of course lower prices in the red section here. But here he says blue channel in comparison to red channel. Should the blue channel align with the red channel, a potential flash crash to 28 cents and a subsequent rise to 41 cents could unfold. What adds intrigue is that XRP has been navigating the blue channel for nearly 600 days since its breakout in May of 2022. In contrast, XRP spent 580 days in the red channel before experiencing a significant surge. Despite the formidable resistance in the mid to high boundary of the blue channel, the lower boundary remains resilient, marked by consistent higher lows. The prospect of a Bitcoin drop dragging XRP alongside could serve as the ultimate shakeout, especially if market makers shake out the remaining weak hits. And folks, this is exactly the idea that I've been sharing with you, and not because I'm some sort of wizard or a chart analyst. I am not a chart analyst. I don't want to be one. I have zero interest in doing that. Bores me to tears, although I, of course, do appreciate the perspective and work that analysts do out there. But still, you don't have to be a rocket science to recognize this concept. If you've been in crypto for a little bit, like some of the very biggest moves, my God, they're happening in tandem. And even if XRP is lagging behind, and so we say it's an upward trajectory, well, that's because Bitcoin did something first historically. And if you're talking about all-time highs, then every single time Bitcoin went first. So I wouldn't be. I just want to be clear. If XRP tanks, holders of XRP are going to be focusing primarily on that, especially if it's your largest holding. Please pay attention to what the rest of the market is doing if that happens. Everything's going to be terrible. That would be my guess. Anyway, he continues. Number 2, upper targets for a confirmative bull run. To validate a bullish trend, close scrutiny should be given to upper targets such as 60 cents, 75 cents, 95 cents, and $1.30. Achieving a weekly close above any of these levels signifies robust support and a continued upward trajectory. These targets, rooted in channel analysis, offer crucial insights into significant price behavior. And then number 3, lower equates to higher percentage moves. In the pursuit of a percentage move reminiscent of the 2017 to 2018 era, a 50% drop remains a plausible scenario. Preparing for all possible outcomes is key to success in this dynamic market. The caution against leveraging is paramount to avoiding being wrecked. While the scenario presents challenges, it also represents a generational buying opportunity. And so I'll pause a note here. If that happens, I will be close to break even in XRP again. And look, for most of the first 3 years, I was down in XRP. I kind of expected that. That's an accumulation range. Hopefully it doesn't come down to there again. Well, I mean, I say that because I'm not looking to accumulate further. But if it does, I will not be flipping out unless it happens because something has fundamentally shifted regarding XRP. If it's just the market going down, I'm going to laugh at it. I don't care. When XRP crashed down to 10 cents, I was able to purchase them not at 10 cents, but on the way, either it was right before or on the way down, I was able to purchase it as low as 15 cents. Cheapest I ever bought XRP. And I was excited about it and happy to do it. Now, if there's something fundamental, that's different. Or somebody finds some sort of hole in the code of XRP after over a decade of it exists, like something wacky like that, and it's just, okay, well, this doesn't work. Fine. But if you're just talking about this thing going down, I'm not going to give a damn. I'm just not. I will be here to soothe your souls if you are having a hard time. I can't tell you to buy or sell. I'm never going to offer the financial advice because I don't know what's best for you. But in terms of taking the emotion out of it, you can always come here and hang out with Uncle Moon Lambo because I'm telling you, I am the last person that's going to be panicking. In fact, if you see that I'm on my channel and I'm panicking, then something's actually wrong, okay? If I'm panicking, because I am like a rock when it comes to this stuff. And then he goes on to note at the bottom portion here that ultimately there's the strong probability that XRP does hit the $5 mark. And again, not making a prediction here, but if XRP doesn't ever hit a new all-time high, and then enter price discovery, look, WTF, mate? Like, what? I have a hard time believing that. It's just so adopted at this point. It's reached network effect. It's one of the top 10 cryptos by market cap, and it always has been. That's such a rare thing. The world recognizes it. It's just got staying power, So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to keep sitting tight, but I'll just tell you this. I'm excited for this. I don't know what's going to happen, but it is fun. And I firmly believe that I, at least directionally, have the right idea. We'll see what comes to pass, though. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo!